Today I'm going to be shooting this Federal Fusion 223 ammunition at Ballistic Gel. I'm planning on shooting at 200 yards and 30 yards. And we'll get a closer look at this box. It is 62 grain. And according to the box, it's showing 802 foot-pounds of energy at 200. And I'll be shooting this Ruger American Ranch. It's got about a 16-inch barrel. So here's what it looks like at 200 yards. That bullet penetrated to about 17.5 inches there. I don't see a lot of bullet fragments in that block, so looks like it did stay pretty well intact. Looks like the stretch cavity begins probably about around 1 inch. And maybe, I guess you'd say about 11 inches is where it kind of consolidates there. And again, you've got about 17.5 inches of penetration. So now I'm going to move a lot closer and shoot it at 30 yards. Well, my GoPro battery died on me. So at 30 yards, I got less penetration, just a hair over 15 inches. Kind of look at it from the side and just tell the difference there. And you can tell just by looking at these bullets, that one at 30 yards expanded quite a bit more than the one at 200 yards. Now let's look at this stretch cavity. I can't really tell a huge difference. It does look like the 30-yard one maybe started expanding just a slight bit more or quicker than the other one, the 200-yard one, but that's pretty close to the same. And from the side, the width of that stretch cavity looks very similar, but when you look from the top, the one at 30 yards is more impressive right there. And again, that's from about 1 inch in, and then right there at 4 inches is probably the widest part. So I just flipped the block upside down. I'm gonna get a view from the bottom side, but that's the one. The one on top now is a 200-yard shot, and you'll be able to see the difference in the stretch cavities from the top side if the block isn't too murky. But you can see how that one is a little bit darker there, and the wider stretch cavity is underneath. And again, you just have more expansion at 30 yards. So when I get this block inside and start cutting it up, I'll get those bullets out and take a look at those. Here's what these bullets look like after I got them out of the ballistic gel. Of course, we got the 30-yard bullet there, the 200-yard bullet there. You can see the one fired from 200 yards just didn't expand nearly as much as the one from 30 yards. Now both of them, I did weigh them. Their weight retention on both of them was really good. Started out at 62 grains. I got 61.6 grains, 61.5, so very close to full weight retention there, but not a lot of expansion at 200 yards. And this will give you an idea of the expansion. 0.34 inches. Now again, that's the one from 200 yards. And you can kind of see where I'm measuring from. It might be a little bit wider if I measured from the top and across, but this is just enough to give you an idea of how much expansion you get. And I'm measuring 0.21 inches at the base. The bullet fired from 30 yards, about 0.5 inches there on its expansion. So I have over 99% weight retention for both of these bullets. I've got a 1.62x expansion for the bullet fired at 200 yards, compared to a 2.33x for the bullet fired at 30 yards. Thanks for watching.